Loving God, you created the world to be a home, and you created us to be a family. We know that you always walk with us to guide us, support us, and challenge us. As we journey through this impending time of pandemic, give us your strength and grace and wisdom to recreate with you a world of justice, peace, and love. Thy kingdom come. Amen.
In the midst of darkness, light persists by Mahatma Gandhi. The pandemic darkened our world, changing everything in our day-to-day lives. We were stuck at home in lockdown. Schools and offices were shut down. In spite of all of this tension in our new world, as a guiding light to so many students, our school management, sisters and teachers reached out to us through online means. They ensured that all students had a balanced exposure to different learning and life skills through online activities. Our Kuvili and Mata teachers, under the able guidance and support of our respected principal, Sister Alpana, conducted these activities as part of our school monthly marvel during June, July and August for the students of classes 5, 6, 7 and 8. Here is a glimpse of the fun-filled and educational activities.
The new academic session 2021 to 2022 began with the opening day assembly, inviting the 5th graders to Kuvili building. The program started with a prayer and an invocation song, after which the guest speaker, Ms. Akanksha Pandey, was introduced. Ms. Akanksha works as a consultant clinical psychologist at Fortis Hospital, Bangalore. Her session focused on addressing the major issues the children face during this age and how they must be dealt with. After this session, our principal, Sister Alpana, addressed the gathering and then the teachers were introduced. The next order of events pertained to the information of the history of Kuvili building, and the rules and guidelines were given to the parents and the students. The program ended with a question-answer session with the parents, wherein their doubts and queries were answered.
Friday with all the music, jokes, riddles, dance and poem recitation. Feast and Fun School jamming session rocks.
Had a jamming session. J. Jokes, A. Action and M. Music. Friday Fun Fiesta always rocks.
Hey Daksha, do you remember about the first Friday Fun Lab? Of course, it was really fun, yeah. Miss Prithvi told us to draw flowers from our dress. Do you want to see it? Yes. Let's watch it.
Daksha. Oh, hi Ria. So, what have you been doing? Oh, nothing much. I was just writing the oral hygiene report, yesterday's event that was conducted. It was so informative. What do you think? I don't think I actually saw you there. Yesterday? What oral hygiene program are you talking about? Oh, that's what the link is for. Oh, I must have missed it. Oh, that's why I didn't see you there. Don't worry, I'll tell you every tiny little detail about it. So the teachers have introduced a new topic called Monthly Marvel, which, as the name suggests, happens every once in a month. So what happens once in a month? A super fun and interactive session dedicated to a certain subject. Oh, that seems really interesting. Since it was about oral hygiene, I'm guessing this session was dedicated to science. Am I right?
Yes, you're right. This session was dedicated to science.
We used our chief guests for the day. Can you guess who they are? Maybe, they're probably dentists. Yes, they are dentists. So their names are Dr. Ishrat Fatima Hamid and Dr. Suleiman Hamid. You may actually know their daughter. Yes, they are proud Sophia parents. They explain it to us in a really nice and easy way about the importance of brushing twice in a day, flossing, gargling, cleaning our tongues, how important it is to visit a dentist, and many more essential things to actually have a beautiful smile. Wow, that seems really nice. What happened after that? Then the forum was open for anyone to type their questions in the chat box. And they came up with really good questions. Some of them were repeated, but our chief guests make sure to answer each and every one of them patiently. We then had our friend Arushi give the vote of thanks, and then we ended the Zoom meeting. Oh, how can I forget? We took lots of pictures and asked them to smile as wide as they can with all their dazzling, shiny white teeth showing.
It's no surprise that the pandemic has impacted our learning drastically. Everything from our attention spans to motivation levels, and maybe even our grades, has gone down. But the students of Sophia High School's Class 7 always finds a way to persevere.
Hi Charvi, how are you?
I'm fine, Isra. Hope all's good on your side too. By the way, I heard you had some English activity. What was that all about?
Oh yes, I forgot to tell you about it. Let me tell it to you briefly. So when our school started...
In June, I know all that.
Okay, don't interrupt please. So when our school started in June, our English teachers told us that we had an English activity. Our task was to give an old fairy tale a modern twist.
Oh my god, I would have been at my wit's end.
At first, even we thought the same thing. But then our teachers encouraged us and gave us many tips and creative ideas on how to make it a success.
That's good. Teachers do give us a few difficult tasks, but they always help us when we are confused as to what we should do.
Work on the activity was in full swing until we decided to record the videos.
Why? What happened?
The problem was that we didn't have most of the costumes needed to enact the play.
Didn't you make DIY costumes? That's the best thing.
We did exactly that. We had a Zoom meeting in which the whole of 7th grade had gathered to see each other's plays. We had a wonderful experience. We learned so many skills like teamwork, script writing, problem-solving skills, and so much more.
Wow, it must have been so much fun. I wish I could see it.
Of course you can. Not the whole play, but just a few glimpses of it. Let's watch it.
Once upon a time, on June 6th, 2021, the students of Class 7 enacted classic fairy tales, but with a modern twist.
ago in the land of Palooza.
You have got the money that was supposed to be mine. I won't take it back, but you must answer my questions.
Hello? What have you done to my face? The makeup is horrible. You are fired.
Mom, we need to talk. Remember when you said you want to make that girl my wife? Well, I've told her that, and she doesn't want to get married anytime soon.
But is it true?
Why is this metro station so far away? I feel like I'm walking all the way to London.
I'm sorry, but she won't live for more than 4 hours.
You and my husband are gonna have so much fun! I'm sorry, but you're not allowed to go out.
Looks can be deceiving.
Bye, Iris. My mom is calling me.
You would have a guess that my name is
Oh, Alina has so many likes on Insta. I really want to do something fun.
Once said that the only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics. The same way we had an opportunity at the beginning of this year.
Maths is my favorite subject, and when I heard that there would be an activity taking place for this subject too, I was overwhelmed with excitement. At first, our maths teacher, Miss Lata, told us that the activity would be about how we find the day on which we were born. Immediately, I started collecting the date of birth of all my friends and cousins. On the activity day, Miss gave us the codes and taught us the methods. Thereafter, I was able to find the days of birth. Thanks to this activity, be it any century, now I'll be able to find the day of birth in seconds without using Google.
My name is Charlie and today I'm going to be showing you the melting of butter and the formation of butter to its solid form back to its original formation again.
So from this we can understand it's a physical change, since the components of the butter remain same and the composition of the molecules also remain same, but just turning into a liquid.
Hi, today I'm going to show the experiment of physical change of this chocolate. This chocolate is in solid state. Once it is heated, it changes into liquid state. Now, the chocolate is in liquid state. Once it is cooled down, it changes into solid state. Now, the chocolate is turned into solid state.
This process is called melting, and the temperature at which a solid changes into a liquid at atmospheric pressure is called its melting point. For example, the melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius. If the melting point is high, then there will be a higher force of attraction between the molecules or atoms. Over here, the ice is melting because it is absorbing the heat from my hand and making my hand cold. So, therefore, it is an endothermic change.
I am Anna Pereira from 7B and I will be showing physical change.
Because a new substance like gas is produced.
experiments to show fire needs oxygen to burn and changes involved in it. Let's start. Now let a candle which is well warmed. Let me close it and see what happens. Can you see the flame is reducing slowly? The flame turned off completely. This proves that fire needs oxygen to burn. Let me tell you the changes involved in this. On heating, tanning wax gets melted. So, melting of wax and vaporization of melted wax are physical changes. The wax near the flame burns and gives new substances like carbon dioxide, carbon soot, water vapor and heat. These are chemical changes. Thank you.
Monthly Marvel Science Report. On the 6th of August, the students of class 6 and 7 attended a fascinating seminar conducted by Dr. Pinto Ganguly on developing a scientific temperament. We were keenly awaiting this seminar. We commenced the program with an introduction of the event. We began the program with a prayer for the peace and happiness of all. We continued with a warm welcome for our guest and our audience. We then introduced our guest, Dr. Pinto Ganguly. Dr. Pinto led us into the logical world of science. The seminar was all about developing scientific temper. Dr. Pinto explained us to the following aspects. What is scientific temper? The need to cultivate a scientific temperament. Ways to build scientific temper. How does developing a scientific temperament help us? Doctor presented his thoughts through his colorful and magnificent PowerPoint presentation. He elaborated on the following topics. The uses of science. How did science help in the development of the human society? Science is sometimes counterintuitive. What is a scientific method? And what are the requirements to develop a scientific temperament? With the benefit of the question and answer session, we were able to get our doubts clarified. The program ended with a vote of thanks to Dr. Pinto, to our respected principal, Sister Alpana, and to our awe-inspiring CUMA Science Department teachers.
To conclude, I must say, these activities have developed our leadership qualities, teamwork, creativity, drama skills, and many more. The math activity developed our Vedic math. The English activity developed our drama plus script writing skills. The chemistry activity helped us to relate chemistry in our day-to-day life. And yes, since all these activities were online, each activity developed our editing and presentation skills as well. I would like to give a big shout out to the whole of 7th grade for their remarkable effort, enthusiasm, and creativity. Lastly, but most importantly, I would like to thank our respected principal, Sister Alpana, and all the other teachers for arranging such engaging activities for us.
Our Class 8 math activity was very special. We learnt all about the Vedic tricks. It was so much fun. Our teachers even allowed us to use these tricks in our tests and exams. Math is usually considered to be a very difficult subject. But after learning these tricks, we find it very easy. And it is so much fun too. We would like to thank all our math teachers for this activity.
Three major learning domains, which are effectiveness, thinking, and behavior.
The 8th grade history activity was an overall show of amazement that depicted the patriotism and the inner freedom fighters in all the students of 8th grade. This activity gave us the opportunity to learn about our past, the origin of our traditions, and all the sacrifices made by our ancestors for us to live freely today. But our learning in this activity did not stop with our history. We learnt about sportsmanship, the importance of patience and teamwork, And most importantly, we learned that everything does not have to be perfect on the first try, but that we should try until we succeed.
The chemistry activity taught us many things in an easy yet fun way. The Kahoot quizzes kept us active during the activity. A big thanks to Sister Alpana, Miss Suparna and Miss Arina for letting us use this online platform in a creative way.
The 8th grade students gave presentations on different topics like food adulteration, effects of greenhouse gases, climate change, and loss of habitat and biodiversity. This activity was an eye-opener for us as it made us realize with growing demand for land, be it for agriculture, industry, or for living spaces, hectares of rainforests are being wiped out on a daily basis. We are truly grateful to our teachers as this activity helped us learn so much about our biosphere and the problems that the world faces today.